Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium this morning. Haven't done a video for a week. I thought today is a great time for that. And I've been observing people lately, as I will. And I've observed that no one can stand still. They're punching on their phones like they're crazy. They're doing this, they're doing that, they're talking, they're twitching, they have all these nervous tics, they're scratching at their faces, they're doing this, they're straightening their clothes. There are literally many millions of people that would love to be in the United States because they have the perception that it's wonderful to live here. People who live here are not happy. The twitching and the nervousness and the punching on the phone and doing this and the rage that we're experiencing is because we're unhappy. They don't know that. They want to come here. And when they get here and they're here very long, they're just as twitchy and nervous and can't sit still as we are. Well, not we. I'm not that way. I can sit forever. Learn to do that. Be in the moment, very calm, listening, relaxing, meditating. Um, Even my wife, she can't sit out on the bench and rock a few minutes. She has to go do something. Happiness is not geographical. Happiness is in here and what you make of who you are. And when we look around ourselves, we see people who are nervous, twitchy, uh, angry. That's what I feel a lot of lately. We decided to, our usual burger place up the street, they're not open, but they have an app and you can order a burger and you can go and they'll hand it through the car door to you with rubber gloves. So we were doing that. We had just pulled in because we had pre-ordered using this app. And we were there, I don't know, less than a minute. And the guy in a big pickup truck pulled next to us. He was there less than a minute. He's an older guy. And he got out all like going up to the door with his arms like this, like where's my, you could see what was in his head. And some little guy came out and said, well, it's not done yet. We'll get it to you. We're working on it. I think that's what he said was we're working on it. Guy's back in his truck and he's fuming and he's moving around and he's adjusting himself and is he happy at home? Probably not. Probably something isn't being done at the speed that he wished it would be done. Happiness is not a geographical location, and it's a we're so far from happy that we're going to have to learn how to do it again. We're going to have to relearn being happy. One of the basic things that everybody used to have when I was a kid, I don't remember anybody being all crazy. People were normal, closer to normal than what we are now. I'm not sure what normal is. I'm not normal, but people had time. People could sit out back and talk about things and, the weeds in the yard or whatever, just little things. Oh, I think mother would say, I think I'm going to make that roast for dinner. Dad would nod, that'd be real good. And we have the time for it now. We're on a lockdown, quarantine, or whatever you want to call it, which isn't working. People are all over the place here. People are all over the place. Stores are beginning to open back up. This is April 29th, 2020, in case dated. But does it make people happy to go in and shop? Yeah. But it's a diversion. Shopping's always a diversion. If it's your main focus of your life, you've missed it. You missed what life is about. And life, a happy life can be defined differently by everybody. What makes you happy? If money makes you happy, go make a bunch of money. These kinds of people who are all about money, it's about acquiring stuff. Why? Because when they acquire stuff, it makes them feel more than what they are. But there's a never ending thirst for more. Once you've had a Rolls Royce and gold watches and houses and rental properties and airplanes, there's no end to it. And then you need a second airplane. It doesn't fill the hole in your heart of happiness and love. Love for yourself. Love for yourself is happiness. If you love yourself as you are, happiness is not geographical. Happiness is what you do with who you are inside. I meditate a lot, so of course I can sit for all afternoon, really. If there's nothing going on, I do a lot of that. Which is why I hear things, which is why I'm doing this video for you. This is what I'm hearing this morning. Calmness. Yeah, the world's not so good right now, but really, you're alive. Try a little meditation. Meditation doesn't mean you have to do anything special. Just sit and be. So that's how most people meditate. You don't need a mantra. You don't need a repetitive thing you can say over and over again. But I say if that helps, go ahead and use it. Anything that gets you to a place of calm, stress-free happiness. Just something to think about. So find you a nice, comfortable place in the sun today, or inside, or any place, and see if you can't just be for 30 minutes. Forget 5 minutes. That's not even a test. People get twitchy after 10 seconds of non-activity. Twitchy. I'm calling it twitchy because they're always scratching and pulling and adjusting and poking their phones and and they do it out here in the front yard like you can't hear them. They're loud. I open the door and say, yeah, go back to that part where your wife left you. I want to hear that part. And then you just go off because they realize the whole neighborhood's hearing them. It's like they're in a cocoon. Nobody cares. And their stress has spilled out into my calmness. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. Happened yesterday. I was walking up and down the sidewalk, talking to someone agitatedly, very loud, right in front of our house. And then finally I yelled out at him and said, repeat that part. I didn't hear it quite that. I don't remember what it was. I said, repeat that part. I didn't quite hear it. And he just kind of staggered up the street. He didn't stop. He just kept talking. He staggered up the street, kind of, oh my God, this is it. I'm happy with this. No, you're stressing. These things that have made life easier for us also create a lot of stress. We used to have to think about things before we did them. We used to have to think about gear shifting when we drove. We don't do that anymore. But we used to have to think. Now we punch a phone and someone we're calling to hopefully relieve our inner tension makes it worse. Because you're going to mention your sad, crappy little story about something. That's why you're connecting with them, hoping that they have a solution for something that's in here. And they don't. They can tell you what their thing is, which is probably more stressful than yours, which stresses you even more. Well, there's no relief there. I told them about this, and they came back with a better story than mine. So now I'm more stressed. See my hands going around? This is what you see. So find you a little time today. It's okay, 10 minutes. Can you do 10 minutes without twitching or nervously or yelling or talking? Or can you do that? Close your eyes. Take 10 minutes and just pretend like you're the only person on the planet. Forget all the children, the work, the noise, the car that needs fixing, the house that needs painting. Just let all that go. Pretend like you're the only person on an island somewhere, even better, and that nothing matters. And see if it doesn't just change your attitude. Happiness is not geographical. People dying to get here. When they get here, then they're dying to get someplace else, or dying to get something, some money or a house or a building. People who come here from countries that aren't stressful aren't ready for it. And it overwhelms them. And pretty soon they twitch around just like we do, with this constant chewing. This guy the other day, he was chewing his nail, and he was talking, he was loud, and he would call somebody else, and he was twitching, he was loud, and he was chewing on something. What's it about? Where does it come from? It's just society's a lot of it. But if you can de-stress by taking 10 minutes and thinking of nothing, because if you're not thinking of something, you can't worry about it. Most women are worrying about something. Of course, I'm getting around to women, but most women are worrying about something. And if that solution is solved, if they have this thing they're worried about, and you take it away from them, they go, "Oh my gosh, I don't have, I'm what?" And they pick up something else and they start worrying about that. Worry has become a part of who we are. And if we're not worried about one thing, we're worried about another. And women worry way more than men do. And of course, they handle stress better than men do too. So, but again, if you say, okay, let me, no, you can't take. Where's my worry thing? Where I gotta. And you're worried about nothing. Kind of silly, isn't it? Stop worrying so much. Life's not that hard. You're just making it hard. You're stressing yourself, which is why you're taking those pills you're taking, because you can't live with that much stress. So the doctor gives you a pill. Pretty soon you're taking two of them. Where you know it, you need another pill for that pill, because that pill makes you do something else. Pills aren't the answer either. Worrying's not the answer. It comes from in here. If you're happy in here, then you're happy everywhere. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.